everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Yes, here we are, Sunday, a day I normally both love and hate at the same time. Love because it's the weekend and I'm not working. Hate because it's the end of the weekend. It means the beginning of a new week, the beginning of back to work. But that's not the case. I actually have off tomorrow. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I don't have work. Hopefully you guys do not have work or school or whatever. Hopefully you guys are having a nice, long 3-day weekend, I hope. And hope you're taking advantage of it and enjoying it. I know I am. Very excited about having a 3-day weekend. I love it. I get to stay up late and sleep in tomorrow. Always love that. So anyway, today's Daily Sickness video is going to be a little bit different. Just going to do a little talking today. And if you haven't already figured this out by the title of the video and the image, the main image of the video and the description, all that stuff, I'm sure you know what's coming, and the fact that I started off the video by showing you this little logo right there. In yesterday's Daily Sickness video, I mentioned that I was thinking about possibly just doing a little bit of ranting about my recent encounters with the Disney Movie Rewards program and the issues I've been having with them recently. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video talking about it at all, because I was like, do you guys really want to hear me bitch and moan over the Disney movie rewards program and how I'm not too happy with them right now? I figured probably not, but a lot of you guys actually left comments saying, yeah, let's hear it. I got comments on Facebook, comments on Instagram, comments on Twitter, comments, tons of comments in on YouTube, all saying that you wanted to hear me complain about the Disney Movie Rewards program and the issues I've had with them recently. So let's get down to it. So for those of you who do not know what the Disney Movie Rewards program is, as you can see right there, any DVD or Blu-ray you see with that little symbol right there can score you some points. And you use these points. Oh, you can also get points from CDs. You can also get Disney CDs, and also get points for if you go see a Disney movie. There's a way of like submitting your ticket stub and getting points that way too. And they throw bonus points out all the time as well. So what it is you just basically rack up points. Sony has this. A lot of other companies do as well. You just rack up points for every purchase you make. And you get, like, let's say, like 150 points for a Blu-ray, 100 for a DVD, sometimes less. So, let's say you get 150 points for a Blu-ray. You rack up so many points, you get, like, 2,000 points. You can get yourself another Blu-ray or something like that for free. There's so many things you can choose from. And I say Blu-ray because I, of course, use all of mine towards movies. But there's all kinds of stuff on there. I mean, all kinds of things like gift cards, plush toys, all kinds of Disney stuff on the Disney Movie Rewards program that you can use your points towards getting. Of course, like I said, I never have used my points towards anything ever except for DVDs and Blu-rays. I always get another DVD and another Blu-ray. So that's what I've always used mine for, and that's what I do. I rack up X amount of points, trade them in, and get myself a free Blu-ray or free DVD. It's pretty awesome. I love it. I love the program. At least I did. I still do. I can't say I hate the program. I still enjoy it, but I've had some issues with them recently. So I guess we'll start at the beginning. So this all happened years ago. Back when I was living here, when my father was still here, I was living in this house. This is the house I born and raised in, although I wasn't born here. I was born in a hospital, but this is the house that I was brought back to the hospital in and spent my whole life here, except for 4 years when I moved out. My wife and I bought a condo only like 2 blocks away. But we bought a condo, lived in there for 4 years, got married, all that stuff. And then unfortunately my father passed away a few years back, and when he passed away, I inherited the house, and my wife and I moved in here. We sold a condo, moved into this house because it's a nice big house as opposed to a condo that was a decent size but not all that big. So I've basically lived here my whole life, with the exception of those like 4 years. But this all happened actually before I even moved out and got married and everything like that. This was an issue before then. And what the issue was is the fact that there were multiple family members with accounts, which is okay as long as you're using different addresses. The issue is you cannot have more than one account with the same address, which I think already is kind of an issue. What if you have a brother and a sister and parents or, cousins, I don't care, whoever's living in a house? What if it comes down to multiple family members wanting their own accounts? Maybe you don't want to have one joint family account for your Disney Movie Rewards program. Maybe, a brother and a sister want to have their own accounts or something like that. Multiple family members wanting to have their own accounts. They go out, they buy a movie, they want to put their points for their account and use them towards whatever reward they want to use them towards. So it's already kind of an issue where, you know, it's kind of like you're screwed if more than one person in your family wants to have an account. If Cinema Sickness Jr. ever wants to have a Disney Movie Rewards account, well, I hope he's using somebody else's address, because he can't use this one. It won't work. If he tries to use his address, both of our accounts are going to get frozen, and they're going to bitch and moan and have to merge our accounts. So a few years back, this became an issue, and it got pointed out. All our accounts got frozen. I never got any information as to why. They were just suddenly frozen. I then contacted Disney, and they said, oh, it's because you have multiple accounts for the one address. And I was like, all right, not a big deal. I was really the only one using the accounts. Everybody else in the family who was using their own accounts, they were like, when I had told them what the issue was, they didn't care that their accounts were going to stay frozen. They didn't care. They didn't really use it. It was me who... I was using it constantly. They used it like once and then forgot about it. So it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't a huge deal. So what ended up happening is, like I said, their accounts stayed frozen. Mine was unfrozen. And I thought that was going to be the end of it. Okay, done. Those old accounts, frozen. They're what they are. My account now is unfrozen. I can keep using it. And I've been using it. Over all these years, I've been using my account. No issue whatsoever. All of a sudden, 2 months back, I get an email saying that my account's been frozen, and sure enough, it was frozen. I then contacted Disney, and of course, they told me it was because I have multiple accounts all going to the same address. Which, at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. So this was an issue years ago, and now all of a sudden these accounts are becoming an issue again. Apparently, the reason why they're becoming an issue again is because these accounts should have been merged. That's apparently what they do. We have multiple accounts on one address. They freeze them all, tell you what you did wrong, and then they merge the accounts. So that's what should have happened. The lighting. That's what should have happened like years ago. These accounts should have been merged, and everything should have been taken care of. Instead, I guess some Disney Movie Rewards cast member got lazy. I don't know what, but they didn't merge the accounts. They just kept those accounts frozen and unfroze mine. And for all these years, it's kind of gone unnoticed. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, somebody noticed it. It popped back up and became an issue again. So here's what happened. I had to wait 2 months for my account to get unfrozen. And as it turns out, from what I can gather, it's simply because of laziness that it took so long for them to do this. I contacted them, I think 4 times, maybe. Let me see. I contacted them first to find out what the hell was going on. They explained everything to me, told me my account had to be merged, but they said it'd be taken care of, no big deal. A week later, my account was still frozen, so I called them back up to see, okay, what's going on? Why is my account still frozen? They said, we're sorry, but it can take a little while. So I'm like, oh, okay. They didn't say that the first time. They didn't say it was going to take some time. I thought, within a week it should be done, right? No, apparently it was going to take some time. So I let it go. Finally, a month passed, and I'm like, it should have been fixed by now, right? They've had a whole month to merge these accounts. It should have been fixed. Called them up again. They said, they apologized, said, oh no, we're going to get it taken care of and everything. So I let it go. 2 months finally come up, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Something's got to happen here. How can it take 2 months to merge some accounts? It's crazy. So I called for, the 4th time I called, and right then and there, boom, they merged them all for me. It took them like 15 minutes. They had me on hold for like 15 minutes, but they merged them all right then and there. Basically, so what I gathered is that all these people I called before didn't feel like taking the time to actually merge the accounts, which I can understand being maybe a bit of a pain in the butt, because they literally have to go and see what points were redeemed. Because if multiple accounts have okay, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. You can only redeem Mars Needs Mom, this Blu-ray DVD combo pack, once. Now, if you have the DVD, you can also redeem that. If you have the 3D, you can also redeem that as well. But you can only redeem the actual, Blu-ray DVD combo pack, this actual release, one time. So if 2 accounts that are being merged both have this title on it, then it kind of like you can't get both those points. They're not gonna, if this is worth 150 points, you're not gonna say, okay, well, you can keep all 300 points. No, they're gonna say you can only keep 150 of those points. The other 150 gets canceled because you can only have it once. So they had to figure all that out, and there were multiple accounts, so I understand them having to go through that and figure it out. It's kind of a pain, because especially for my account, my main account that I use, because I have a ton of accounts to use. Things I buy lots of Disney titles, lots and lots of Disney titles. You guys know I'm a sucker for having all kinds of different releases and stuff, so I have lots of Disney titles. Plus, a lot of you guys also give me your rewards points as well, which is really cool. I appreciate that. So I guess they had to go through all mine and match them up to see, through the other accounts. So I can understand this being a bit of a pain in the butt to have to like figure out what was used and what gets canceled out and what points I can keep, what points I can't, and everything like that. And it's a pain. But within 15 minutes, they had it solved. So like I said, from what I gathered, is basically just people being lazy, the cast members being lazy and not wanting to take care of it, probably pawning it off on somebody else who just never did anything with it or had a boatload of stuff to take care of before me. And finally, this one cast member just took care of it. So that was awesome. I appreciate that, but it, should have taken 2 months. So there was my first annoyance by the fact that it took 2 months for them to do something that apparently only would have taken somebody 15 minutes to fix in the first place. So they say it's all fixed. It's all good. I was actually at work when this happened, and I wasn't able to log on to my account right away. They actually asked me to. They asked me to go on my account, but I couldn't do it right away because our network service was down at work for like 10 minutes. Like, of course, right when I'm calling this person, getting off the phone, and they asked me to log on to check this, make sure I can get on my account. Our network's down. But 10 minutes passed, our network came back up, and I actually was able to log on. All my points, every point, gone. And I think I had close to 2,000 points I had at the time. They were all gone. And I'm like, where did my 2,000 points go? What's up with that? So I called them back saying, I had 16,000 some odd points or something like that. I told them that's how many points I had. I had the exact number because it was actually still up when I went into my the Disney movie, or I guess it's My Disney Now or something like that, whatever that app is on your phone where you can watch Disney movies and stuff. Because I hadn't logged out and logged back in, my account still said showed them how many points I had. So I was able to tell them how many points I had, and they checked into it. Apparently what happened is because there were so many double titles within the multiple accounts, they had to cancel out a boatload of points. In fact, they said that they were being nice to me, being generous, because apparently they would have had to have canceled out so many points that I would have actually been in the negative, which would have been ridiculous. And I would have just, at that point, I would have just deleted my account and started over from fresh, which I think they probably knew what I would have done. So they probably weren't being nice. They're probably just being smart and saying, this kid's going to delete his account and just start a new account. Why would anybody want to be in the negative? That would be ridiculous. So, so they started me out at 0, which I'm already pissed off because I basically said to them, I said, so years and years and years ago when this was first an issue, if I had, let's say, I never had a lot of points. Back in the day, I was buying Disney titles a lot, not as quickly. Plus, I wasn't doing these videos, so you guys weren't giving me points as well. So I wasn't racking points like crazy. It took me a long time to get enough points to actually get a DVD or a Blu-ray. I had small amounts of points every so often. So let's say back then I had maybe a couple hundred points, maybe 200, 300, 400 points, something like that in my account. And they would have merged all these accounts and other stuff. I would have been brought back down to 0. Yeah, I wouldn't have been happy I lost out on my 400 points, but I wouldn't have lost out on nearly 2,000 points. That was my issue. And I called them and I talked to them about that. And I was polite. I'm not going to get uppity on a customer service person because I know they don't have anything to do with this. It's not their fault. They're just, they didn't do it. But, I basically said to him, well, that's kind of ridiculous because, again, had this issue that should have been taken care of years ago, instead of my other accounts being, the other family members' accounts being frozen and my accounts just being unfrozen, those other accounts sitting out there somewhere waiting to basically become a problem again. Had this been taken care of in the first place, had had all our stuff been merged, had my account been merged with the other accounts, then I wouldn't have lost out on all these points. Everything would have been taken care of. I would have been brought back down to 0, but I only would have lost out maybe on a few hundred points, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I just lost out on 1,600 points. That's kind of ridiculous. That is a big deal for me. I'm kind of pissed off about that. I lost out on these points. And well, there's nothing we can do about it. You would have been in the negative, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, there should be something you can do about it because this should have been taken care of X amount of years ago. This shouldn't have been an issue again. If had this been taken care of properly in the first place, I would not be out all of these points. I would only been out a small amount of points, not some ridiculous amount of points. So I was pissed off about that. That was the first thing I was mad about. I was not very happy about that, but again, I wasn't going to cause a big stink. I could have been like, I want to talk to a manager or something, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to cause some huge stink about it. I'm not going to get uppity and angry at anybody. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. Let's start over from scratch. Oh, whatever. I really don't want to cause some big stink. I mean, I love Disney. I really, really love Disney. So I just didn't want to cause a big stink over it. So, excuse me. I'm belching. I just chugged like a whole bunch of soda before this video, and I'm getting thirsty again. So expect more belches now. Excuse me. So, all right, on to the second part of what upset me with this whole thing. And that is the fact that, okay, after this was all done, taken care of, all right, there was something I actually had forgotten about. And luckily, since I was able to log back into my account, I realized I had completely forgot about this. And that is that right before my account was frozen, maybe like a couple weeks before my account was frozen, I redeemed my points for a movie. And that was, I think it was called The Secret of the Magic Gourd. It's a Disney Presents title. It's actually like some like Japanese movie that like Disney, I guess, got the rights to and put on DVD over here. So I redeemed my points for that, got it, and it came to me. Unfortunately, the disc had become loose in the case, and it was all scratched up. So I contacted Disney, explained to them what happened, and they're cool with this. They said, oh yeah, sure, just we'll send you a prepaid envelope, whatever, stick it in there, send it back to us, and we'll send you a new copy. No big deal. I've actually done that, I think, once before. I had an issue with a DVD being scratched that came loose in shipping, and they replaced it. So they were going to do that again. Awesome. I had completely forgotten that I even sent this out to them until I went on to my account and I was looking through my points to see what I've redeemed. Because, again, I was kind of upset about losing all these points. So I was just checking to see what I redeemed, how many points stuff was worth and stuff like that. And as I'm doing that, it shows that I redeemed points to get that movie. And I thought, I completely forgot about that. I sent it off to them. What the hell's up with that? That was months ago. Where's my DVD? It shouldn't have taken what it's like. It had been like a little over 2 months. I'm like, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have taken that long. They definitely should have got it by now and sent me a new copy. Should have maybe taken like a couple weeks at most. So I contacted them about that, and they looked into it, and they said they weren't sure they were going to get back to me. I didn't get a call back. I didn't get an email back. I got an email back, simply just stating that because of all these accounts and because they had to merge all of them, because there were so many double points and blah, 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 they're not going to send me another copy. What? I already redeemed these points had already been redeemed. I got the DVD. It was damaged. I sent it back, and now they're not going to send me a new copy basically out of spite and out of like as a punishment because there were multiple accounts, because multiple family members within my family had accounts to this address. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, are you kidding me? I was ready to like snap it. Like I'm being really good right now. I was livid the other day. I was so pissed off when I read this email. I could not believe that they were doing this. It just felt like a child, like just being like just spiteful, just a dick. It was just a dick move, especially to describe it. It was just such a dick move on Disney's part to be like, no, we're not going to send you another copy. It was like, screw you. I already redeemed these points. I already got this DVD. I sent it back to you to get a replacement, which you were okay with, and now you're not going to send me a replacement DVD because of like a punishment because there were multiple accounts. That is just asinine. I could not believe what I was hearing. I sent an email back. I responded to the email basically once again explaining, and I was polite. I did not want to be polite. I wanted to freak out, but I knew the person who sent this email or who was going to read it wasn't their fault. But I said to them, in the email, I once again explained to them about how if this had been taken care of years ago, none of this would have been an issue. And I also explained to them, I think this is really childish of them to do this, and it's ridiculous that they would do something like that. The points had already been redeemed. I had already gotten the DVD. The only reason I sent it back was because it was damaged, and I wanted to get a replacement one, which they were going to do, and now they're not going to do it. So I'm out another 800 points. So I'm at those 1,600 points that I had, 1,600 plus points I had in my account. They just wiped out, plus another 800 that I used to redeem for that DVD. So I'm out all those points. If I want to get that DVD again, I need to save up another 800 points, which I do have in my account right now. But there's other stuff I want. I already redeemed that. I got that movie. I already got that. There's other stuff I want to save my points up for. So I couldn't believe it. I was blown away that they were doing that. I mean, the deleting all the points into my accounts because there were multiple titles. Again, it pissed me off, but at least I kind of understood where they were coming from. I knew why they did it. Had this been taken care of years ago, it wouldn't have been an issue in the first place. So that's my issue with that. I understand why all my points got wiped out of my accounts. I can understand that. I understand their reasoning behind that. But again, it should never have been an issue. Those points, I should still have those points, and my account should never have been refrozen, because had this been taken care of years ago, I would never have been out those points. So I really blame Disney for that one, and Disney for screwing up in the first place and not fixing this issue years ago when it was first a problem, when they first found out that there were multiple family members with accounts to this link to this address. Had they found that out, when they found that out in the first place, and they merged the accounts, then this never would have been a problem. But no, they kept those accounts frozen, but they still existed, and then it became an issue. So that's why I'm at those points. But to just be like, no, we're not going to send you now another copy. We received the DVD. We got it back. The DVD you sent us, we got it back, but we're not going to send you another one now because we're just, we're a bunch of children and don't feel like doing that. I just couldn't believe they were doing that. It really blew me away. As much as I love Disney, and their customer service is usually fantastic, and they're like the most polite. When you call Disney, I'm sure they get it all the time. You could call Disney and just ream them out, and they would probably still just be like, thank you, and it just, is there anything I can do to make your day more magical? And they'd be so nice. They're like the nicest people in the world. I always love calling Disney. I hate calling customer service numbers because usually people you call are usually complete dicks. I can't tell you how many times I've called a customer service number and be like, I can't believe like the person's talking to me like this and treating me like garbage. I just called to ask a simple question. I hate calling customer service numbers. I hate it. But when it comes to Disney, I love calling them. They're always so polite. They're always so helpful. They're awesome people. I love calling Disney. But this is the first time where I've ever just been like, I felt like Disney just kind of like kicked me in the nuts. Like I was like, wow. Like I couldn't believe Disney, the Disney Movie Rewards company, that Disney was acting like this. It seemed really just mean, heartless, and just awful. It's the first time Disney's ever just maybe like step back, and it kind of made me look at Disney in a different way too. I mean, really, because again, I've always looked at Disney with like bright eyes and a warm heart, and I love Disney with all my heart, and this actually made me take a step back and go, whoa, like that, wow, okay, Disney, like, I love you, Disney. Why are you doing this? It was a slap in the face. I just couldn't believe it. So that's been my issue with the Disney Movie Rewards program as of lately. I was able to get my account unfrozen, which is great. I had a whole boatload of DVDs and points and stuff you guys sent me. I had all racked up, so I was able to put all those in, use them. I actually redeemed a bunch of them to get 2 movies, which are coming to me now. So that's great. So I was very happy that my account was finally unfrozen, but they took away all my points, which again, I understand the reason why, but I feel that had this issue been taken care of years ago when this was first an issue, this wouldn't have been a problem, and I still would have my points. So I blame my points being taken away for all my points being taken away, being out like 1,600 plus points. I really blame that on Disney's part. I should have been out like a couple hundred points, not 1,600. So I do blame that on Disney, and also the fact that I'm out the 800 points for the DVD I redeemed, because they're just going to be childish and not send me another copy, a replacement copy for the copy I sent them. Had I known they were going to do that, I would have kept my scratch copy. I mean, it probably would have played fine. It had scratches on it, but they didn't look deep or anything like that. Had I known that, I would have just kept it and just dealt with it having a scratch copy. But it is what it is. So lesson learned. If you have multiple family members in your household who want to use the Disney Movie Rewards program, make sure you all use an address. Use your neighbor's address, use your friend's address, use your grandmother's address, use somebody's address. Just make sure you do not all use the same address, because you can have a huge issue on your hand, like I did. And it really opened my eyes and made me kind of look at Disney in a different light. And I don't like that. I don't want to look at Disney, in a mean sort of way, because I love Disney, but I guess even sometimes Disney is, a typical company. It gives you a nice kick in the nuts every now and then. So it is what it is. But what are you gonna do? I do realize that when you sign up and they give you that huge long thing, you got to scroll through reading all the terms and conditions and everything like that. Sure, had I actually taken the time to read that whole thing, I probably would have saw that you can only have one account per household. Sure, I'm sure I would have seen that, but first of all, who the hell takes the time to read all that stuff? And even if you do take the time to read all that stuff, never in a million years would I thought that having multiple accounts for one household would have been an issue, because I mean they're all under different names. Every single account had a different name, had a different birth date, had a different email address. Every single account was different, except the only thing that was the same. They had like different like credit cards and stuff linked to them too. Like, I mean, things like that. It was all different stuff linked to them. The only thing that was the same was the address, and that's the part that again just blows me away. So be warned if you are currently using if you yourself have multiple accounts, or you happen to have another family member in at least one other family member in your household using the Disney Movie Rewards program as well, and that account is linked to your address, you might want to change that address ASAP before this becomes a huge issue and you lose all your points, and then Disney doesn't want to send you movies that you've already redeemed and stuff. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that is it. So I didn't really blow up too bad. Had I done this video a couple days ago, I would have been screaming and yelling and because I was pretty pissed off and upset. But I've had like a week now or so to calm down, and I'm not so upset anymore. I've just kind of been like, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? I mean, what am I gonna get upset? And again, I could be the guy calling and complaining, and I'm sure if I called and complained and really like gave it to him, I could probably get my points back. I could probably get that DVD sent back out to me. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy calling and bitching and moaning, even though I feel I'm in the right here, and even though I feel that Disney screwed up majorly and screwed me over really. Regardless, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to bitch. I called to find out what was going on. When I found out what was going on, I explained to them how I didn't feel that it was right because had this been taken care of in the first place, this wouldn't have been an issue. And again, the same thing when I responded it through an email address, and I explained that as well. I explained my side, pointed out how I felt I was being wrong in this situation, but I was polite about it, and that was that. I said what I had to say. They don't give a shit, and I'm not gonna go any further. I'm not gonna cause a stink. It is what it is. I'm still gonna use the Disney Movie Rewards program. I still certainly love Disney with every bit of my heart, but it's sad that I'll always kind of have this like looming over me, where as much as I love Disney and everything like that, I'll always be thinking about how they kind of treated me in this situation and how I don't really appreciate that. And it's been the one time they haven't really been nice to me, and that's a shame. So it is what it is. So anyway, guys, there you go. Just wanted to tell you that fun little story, because a lot of you guys asked and a lot of you guys wanted to hear the story. I mentioned yesterday's Daily Sickness video that I was thinking about, just explaining this story and telling you all about the story. A lot of you said, yes, let's hear it. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed hearing me rant and rave for the last half hour. So it is what it is. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's it. So like I always say, if you like this video, I know it was a different video, but if you like it, and I did this video for a lot of you guys, so you damn well better give me a thumbs up. Just click the little thumbs up icon. It takes 2 seconds, and it means the world to me. Also, if you're not already subbed, please do. I do a brand new daily sickness video every single day. Usually not one where I'm just talking to you guys about some situation I have with the company, but usually a collection update, a hunting video, an unboxing, showing off parts of my collection, something like that. I do a brand new daily sickness video every single day. So if you want to see a new video from me every single day, please subscribe. Also, if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, there's a link down below. Just click on it. Head over to cinemasickness.com. There's a lot more to see there than just these videos. All kinds of information on deals I find that are going on. Up-to-date information on what I'm currently up to. Also, if you like my videos while there, check out the videos from Team Sickness as well. Just click on the little Team Sickness icon. Check out what they have to offer. Again, if you like my stuff, you're going to like their stuff. And if you guys want to join up for Team Sickness, if you guys do videos or you write reviews or something like that, contact me. Let me know. You can also contact me at cinemasickness.com. Contact me, and you can become a Team Sickness member. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You just become a member, and you can post all your videos and reviews and whatnot at cinemasickness.com. If you want to do that, let me know. Also, right there, be sure to click on the merchandise tab as well and purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness sticker, a Cinema Sickness button, or a Cinema Sickness t-shirt. I would really appreciate the support. And you can find links to all my social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Listia, Amazon, and so on and so forth, Spreadshirt, everything like that. It's all there at cinemasickness.com. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I said, a little bit different of a video for you guys today, but hey, you asked for it and I delivered. That's what I do. You guys want to see something from me? All you gotta do is ask, and I'll bring it to you. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Saturday. Hopefully you have off tomorrow. I know I do. I'm excited about that. No need to get up early tomorrow. I'm loving it. So have a great Sunday, guys, and I will see you tomorrow on Monday, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'll see you then. Have a great day, guys. Bye.